My name is Josh Ripley. I wanted to go on this trip because I think it'll not only be fun, but we'll be able to help out a lot of people and learn stuff and grow with each other as a team and with the people in Panama. I'm expecting to grow closer with everybody here, to build lifelong friendships, memories. I want to leave America as friends but come back united. That is my dream. I am expecting to face many challenges, but also have lots of fun and just be surprised and have a good time. That is what I am expecting.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm excited.
Did you put my keys up? Yes. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team! 3.
The flight there was a lot of fun. I sat next to somebody who had never flown internationally before, and it was really cool to see how excited they were about everything.
You sit next to someone who's flown internationally?
Me.
We got to fly over the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
At night, and we
That
saw
was
the
cool.
lights. That was cool. The church service was definitely different than our church service here, like less organized and structured. But that's how my church is at home that I go to with my mother, so it felt like home. I mean, none of it was in English.
Yeah. And it was cool to see the baptisms that they
Yeah,
had.
that was cool, yeah.
They had 2 baptisms.
Yeah.
The morning we got there, both a teenager and a little baby that was super cute got baptized, and that was.
The baby was so cute.
We go to the Panama Canal. Saw the U.S. Embassy.
Saw a boat go through the canal. Well, halfway through the canal. We watched it for a good
Cruise
40
ship.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was very slow.
It was very slow.
The cruise ship people waved at us.
We watched the
We
history of the
waved back.
canal in Spanish. Oh, we stayed in the church with a guy named Jonathan, who was a member of the church. He stayed with us.
He was
He's
the
the president.
Yeah.
He
He
was
was
the
only
president.
24,
I
and he
did
was the
not know
president.
President of the church.
Oh,
Danelle, Gladys, Venancia,
Yeah.
Grace.
It was really great how the congregation there reached out to us and really tried to make us feel like we were at home, even though we were in a foreign country.
Yeah,
Ven-
Venancia came every night to cook us dinner.
Yeah, Venancia
Yeah.
cooked us really good meals every night.
single
And it was nice to have actual Panamanian food every night to really get a good experience of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was all delicious.
yeah. The school was very interesting in how different it was from our school.
It was the local public school.
I found it really interesting how much more freedom they have at the school. Just the fact that we were able to come in without any kind of permission or certifications or anything and teach at a public school for a week. They gave us full reign of the classroom. I know our teachers personally let us discipline the kids, tell the kids they could go to the bathroom, just kind of have full rights to the classroom. And also, it was also interesting to me how well the kids could focus because the doors and the windows were completely open, and every 20 minutes different sets of kids were screaming and playing outside, and it was really hard to hear and hard to pretty much hear and focus. And so it was interesting to me that none of the kids really seemed to ever get that distracted by the noise outside.
Hi, my name is Jamie, and I am 11 years old. And hello, my name is Beatriz.
The school there worked in 2 shifts. There was the morning and then the afternoon, and it was 2 entirely different groups of students. And I
And
think
staff.
they even had different
Yeah, it was
principals
different
and
staff.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had class that go from school from 7 to 12:20, and then from 12:45 to 5:30.
Yeah.
My last name, Torrejon.
And it was nice to see how interested the kids were in wanting to learn English and actually like giving us their attention and respecting us even though there was that language barrier and we weren't actual teachers, but they still like were very into learning English.
What do you like to do?
I like to do.
I like to.
I don't know. I like to soccer and sing.
And sing. Thank you. Gracias.
Throughout the day, they had a couple different time periods where the kids were able to just basically run around for a few minutes and get all their energy out. And they could just basically do whatever, and they weren't even, they were watched, but they weren't watched closely what
They had a lot of freedom.
they could and couldn't do. So they could basically run this whole schoolyard and just play and get snacks or whatever. We had myself and Josh, then there was Brandon and Abby, Logan and Pastor,
What does it say?
Lara and Ryan, and then Austin and Jessica were all the different teams teaching classes in the afternoon.
Okay, what is this?
We taught a lot of basic vocab, kind of, for example, we taught jobs and different types of jobs, and we taught different subjects in school and school supplies and colors and activities that you do and things like that, where there's short phrases and vocab words and then how to put those into different sentences.
We also got to teach a lot of Bible study, Bible stories, which was incredibly unique. Coming from America, where in public schools you can barely pray, to Panama, where we taught him Zacchaeus, we did the song, the whole thing. We taught him Joseph and the Coat of Many Colors. Pastor's class did the blind man at Arafat, and the one where Jesus healed a man after cutting a hole in the ceiling, the paralytic. And that was just really, really cool to me to be able to share God with, a bunch of kids in a public school, a captive audience that wants to hear what you have to say and is learning English in the process. It was a bunch of good things all at the same time.
The Bible tells me so.
My father gave me this coat, a coat of many colors. Blue, yellow, red, orange, green. My coat has many colors. I am one of his brothers. That is a nice coat. I like your coat. Where did you get your coat? I want that coat. I want my father, my dad, to give me a coat like that. This coat makes me happy. It makes me jealous. I want that coat. My brothers make me scared. We are angry. We are mad at Joseph. We will throw him into the outside. How much will you give us for our brother?
I will give you $6.
$6. Okay, it's a deal.
The last day there, we took all the children to the church, which was about 2 streets down, and we walked with about 100 children, which is very eventful to have 100 children with you and trying to keep them in a straight line, single file. And we took them to the church and we put them in the sanctuary, and we had a little ceremony where we passed out certificates to thank them for being in our class and kind of congratulate them for accomplishing a week of English. And it was really cool. when we gave them snacks at the beginning, and we had them come up to the mic and tell us words that they learned in English, and it was really cool to see how many students actually wanted to like volunteer and wanted to say words that they learned. I definitely thought it was going to be like pulling teeth and kind of like, who wants to come? You, and have to pick on people, but kids were really eager to raise their hand. I know in our class, our like 6 boys that were always really hyper and excited came up and did the head, shoulders, knees, and toes dance, which I thought was really cute and appreciated that they came up and did that.
Left foot, Father Abraham had many sons had Father Abraham.
And one of the members of the church during that ceremony got to stand up and kind of tell the kids about what the church does in the community
and invite them to come to the service.
Yeah, it was good exposing around 250 kids to the church they live 2 streets away from.
And it helped to create a larger bond with the church and the school and the community as a whole. The church likes to take every opportunity possible to get involved in the school so that they are able to reach out more and more in future instances.
And it was great that we got to go down there and be a part of it, because their school year is the opposite of ours. So, like, college kids in Panama can't do this because they're in school when the little kids are in school, whereas we had spring break. So it was really cool to have the opportunity to do this when the church couldn't necessarily do it for itself.
Especially too, timing-wise, if our spring break would have been a week earlier, we wouldn't have been able to go because they just started back school. Something that we can be praying about, though, is that these opportunities of church being allowed in the school system continues, because Milton was talking about how there's a slight push in the government to where they want to separate it more.
I would like to pray that maybe some of these children do actually bring their parents and do come to the church a couple times, because the church congregation is pretty small, so it would be exciting to see them grow, especially if they could grow because of the work we did at the school and the students came, but just grow in general with whoever would want to enter their congregation.
We had this one girl in our class who, her mom was actually the teacher in our classroom, and she was the one who organized, I think, the whole thing with the church and the school working together. And I would really like prayers for that little girl. She was really popular, and I think she could be a super powerful force for God in that school if she would rise up and gain a little confidence in her walk with Christ. Definitely prayers for the overall ministry of the church. They're doing good work for a lot of people that I think God is blessing, and I would like to see that continue.
And I would like to just give prayers for all the students that we taught. I mean, you never know like what students have going on in their home lives, what troubles or what issues they face every day. So just prayers in general that all of them, stay in school, stay focused on like their goals and what they want to do with their life, and don't get distracted by like societal pressures or get distracted by maybe what they think is cool or what they think is not, which is not the best for them. And hopefully they also like find God if they haven't yet.
They would all feel Jesus' love in their life.
Helping out the kids was great. I was surprised how much English they knew, and seeing like the joy they had learning English was very rewarding and let me know that I did something worthwhile, and hopefully they'll continue to learn English. Spreading God's word was the most difficult part because it's hard to teach it to kids in English. Like, it's easy to teach them colors or something, but then when you're trying to do something complicated like stories from the Bible, it can be harder than you think to shared them stuff about Jesus and whatnot. But we picked some easy stories and got it done. We read the Bible in Spanish, which was cool, and we acted a lot of it out.